Now, remember I said earlier that everything's Kundalini, but
Yeah.
if we're breaking this stuff up, there is a difference between a Kundalini awakening versus a spiritual awakening. Those are two different things. Even though I'm saying that everything is Kundalini, but if we're going to be specific, a Kundalini awakening, at least from a traditional standpoint, is different from a spiritual awakening. But one can also have both
Yeah.
at the same time, right? So for a Kundalini awakening to happen, the nadis has to be purified. To have a spiritual
Yeah.
awakening, that may not be the case. I don't have the information on that. But for a Kundalini awakening, your nadis has to be purified because a Kundalini awakening has to do with your gross body as well. And the gross body has to be able to handle the energy that's traveling up through that's coming from the subtle bodies for that to occur through your physical body. So the nadis would have to be purified because if not, your physical body will take a beating. And also too, that's where people will start to experience psychosis, and you don't want that. You want to have a Kundalini awakening that where you experience the divine. This is where you get to experience yoga. I'm not talking about yoga, the actual practice, even though the actual practice is the preparation of yoga, right? So you want to experience yoga. Yoga means yoking with the divine, and that can happen when you purify the nadis. So those are two of the things. There are many other things that are happening, but the balancing of the two hemispheres of the brain and the purification of the nadis are two of the things that are happening within the brain. But also too, because it's remember the energy is vibrating through the spinal column, which also is connected to the spinal fluid that's in the body. That also it plays a role in Kundalini process and all that. The pineal gland, the lungs plays a role in that. Everything in your body plays a role in that. So when you have a Kundalini awakening, you realize that everything in your body plays a role of a Kundalini awakening to take place. So it's not just the things that you mentioned,
Yeah.
the whole entire body. This is why weightlifting is important. Cardio is important. Proper diet is
Yeah.
important because all that stuff plays a role in having a healthy and a clean Kundalini awakening.